In this video, we'll be taking a look at two WNBA games happening on June 13, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Chicago Sky versus Atlanta Dream. On Friday night, we have a WNBA matchup at Gateway Center Arena that features two teams heading in completely different directions. The Atlanta Dream, sitting at 6-3, are looking to continue their strong start to the 2025 season as they host the Chicago Sky, who have stumbled out of the gate with a dismal 2-6 record. The Chicago Sky are desperate for a win to stop the bleeding from their rough 2-6 start. The road has been particularly unkind to them, as they've dropped 4 of their first 5 games away from home. The stats tell the story of a team struggling on both ends of the floor. Offensively, they're only mustering 76 points per game on a cold 40.2% shooting. Defensively, it's even worse, as they're getting torched for nearly 90 points a night while allowing opponents to shoot a blistering 46.9%. Their struggles extend to the perimeter, where they're shooting a frosty 29.2% from three-point range while letting their opponents hit 40% of their looks from deep. On the other side of the court, the Atlanta Dream are looking to keep their hot streak alive after winning 5 of their last 6 contests. They've been tough to beat at home, winning 3 of their first 4 games at Gateway Center Arena. Their statistical profile shows a much more balanced and effective team. They're averaging a solid 84 points on 42.4% shooting while holding opponents to just 78 points on 43.6% shooting. They've been solid from beyond the arc and at the free throw line, and their ability to control the boards, grabbing over 38 rebounds per game, gives them another clear advantage. This is the first time these conference rivals have met this season. Last year, they split the series right down the middle, with each team winning and covering twice. But these are two very different squads right now. Chicago is in a complete free fall, averaging a pathetic 59 points over their last 2 games while shooting just 37.7% from the field. Atlanta, meanwhile, is a model of consistency. They can score, they can defend, and they dominate the glass, which happens to be the one area where the Sky usually have a chance to compete. If Atlanta controls the boards, Chicago simply doesn't have the offensive firepower to hang around. The Dream are scoring 81 points per game at home while giving up only 67.3. That's a recipe for another long night for the Sky. When it comes to betting on the Atlanta Dream this season, the formula has been simple. If they win, they cover. The Dream are a perfect 6-0 against the spread in their victories and 0-3 in their losses. They've been dominant in their last 3 home games and look to continue that trend here. The Sky, meanwhile, have their only 2 wins against a struggling Dallas team. Against everyone else, they are 0-6 straight up and just 1-5 against the spread. Chicago has been a mess on both sides of the ball, and it's nearly impossible to back them with any confidence. This betting line feels like it's more about Chicago's problems than anything else, because I'm still not completely sold on the Dream being an elite team. But the Sky were pegged as a bad team coming into the season, with limited offensive options and a defense that isn't much better. Now, the situation is even worse. They're missing one of their best offensive players in Courtney Vandersloot, and Angel Reese is reportedly crying at press conferences, admitting she's not playing well. It's a full-blown crisis in Chicago. The Dream have won 5 of their last 6 and have covered in 7 of their last 10. You can try to make a case for the underdog, but the Sky are getting beat up, they're injured, and I can't trust them. As our first pick for this matchup, the Atlanta Dream to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This game features one of the league's top 4 offenses going against one of the 2 worst scoring teams in the WNBA. Atlanta brings the offensive firepower, but they also boast a top 5 scoring defense. That's bad news for Chicago, who are in the middle of their worst offensive stretch of the season, scoring just 52 points last Saturday and following it up with only 66 on Tuesday. Those poor performances came against other top 5 defenses, so their anemic offense is walking into another buzzsaw. Chicago has only 3 players who have scored more than 20 points in a game all season, while the Dream Dream can certainly light up the scoreboard, they are just as content to win games with their defense. They've been held under 80 points in 4 games this year, including their last 2, showing they can win ugly. While Atlanta has the ability to score in bunches, Chicago's offensive ineptitude combined with the Dream's suffocating defense all point to a lower scoring game. The Sky are averaging just 76 points per game and have been held under 67 points in half of their games this season. The advanced stats tell the same story. Atlanta ranks number 1 in the WNBA in home defensive rating, while Chicago is 10th in road offensive rating. The Dream will have to do all the heavy lifting to push this total over, and they simply don't play at a fast enough pace to do it all themselves. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Wings versus Las Vegas Aces. In a Western Conference clash on Friday night, the Las Vegas Aces play host to the Dallas Wings at Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Wings have lost 6 in a row and have the worst record in the league. The Dallas Wings are desperately trying to turn things around and snap a brutal 6-game losing streak. The road has been particularly rough for them, as they've dropped 5 of their last 6 games away from home. The season stats paint a grim picture. They are averaging 81.5 points on 41.4% shooting, but are getting hammered on the defensive end, giving up 89 points per game on an efficient 46.7% shooting by their opponents. They aren't much of a threat from deep, hitting just 31.4% of their threes, and are allowing opponents to shoot a blistering 38.9% from beyond the arc. The Las Vegas Aces are also looking to get back on track after a couple of bad losses. They have been solid at home, winning 2 of their first 3 contests in their own building. Statistically, they've been surprisingly mediocre, averaging just 80 points on a very poor 38.9% shooting from the field. Their defense has been even more concerning, allowing 84 points per game with opponents shooting 47.3% against them. They do shoot the 3-ball well and are excellent from the free throw line, but their rebounding has been a major issue. This is the first meeting between these 2 teams this season, which is a rematch of a series the Aces completely dominated last year, winning all 3 matchups. Dallas is in a complete tailspin, having lost 6 straight games to solidify their spot at the bottom of the WNBA standings with only 1 win. Vegas isn't exactly firing on all cylinders either, having dropped their last 2 games. A key storyline is the health of reigning MVP A'ja Wilson, who left the last game with an injury. It appears to be a hand injury that isn't too serious, and she should be good to go for this game. Even with their recent struggles, this is a get-right spot for the Aces. They have been inconsistent and are just 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 games, including some ugly blowout losses. However, you can't ignore their championship pedigree and elite backcourt talent, led by Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray, and Jewel Lloyd. That trio gives them a clear advantage, even if Wilson were to unexpectedly sit out. Dallas has just 1 win all season and has only covered the spread once in their last 6 games. Their last 3 losses have all been by 13 points or more, highlighting their glaring defensive issues and lack of depth. While Vegas has had its own problems covering big numbers, this is the perfect opportunity for them to bounce back at home against a Wings team that can't defend anyone. As our first pick for this matchup, the Las Vegas Aces to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. I understand that one player doesn't make a team, but the potential loss of A'ja Wilson, if she surprisingly can't go, would be a massive blow for an Aces team that is already struggling to meet their sky-high expectations. They've had issues this year even when she has been in the lineup. On the other side of the court, the Wings have been healthy but simply cannot defend to save their lives. When you have one team that struggles to get stops and another that has the offensive firepower to exploit that, it points to a game with a lot of points. I expect this one to turn into a high-scoring track meet. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.